going on, guys? Welcome back to another video today. So gotta start it right off the bat. Why does my car stay on E85? I get this question so many times from you guys. You guys see the jugs like sitting behind the car in the video, always talking about getting E85 for the car just because it's honestly way cheaper than 93. So these are actually the jugs I use to fill up on E85. I actually have one full, that one's like half full. So these were the ones from actually the Ocean City trip to cruising week. And make a long story short, I don't know what made the car throw a check engine light, but I assumed it was one of these tanks of gas. And the one I used when I was down there was this red one because it's half full. This one's still full. So I actually went and got a test kit from Amazon and it kind of separated. It's been sitting for a while. It says sit for 5 minutes, but it's like on like 4 days. And I wanted to show you guys the percentage level. It's sitting right at E like 78%. So that's honestly decently okay for just an average gas station E85. It's not like the worst E85 you can get. We've had some like Reed E like 70, E69, which was actually pretty shitty. It wasn't in my car though, it was actually in the GTR because the GTR has a gauge inside of it and you just click it over. I forget which button you click. It's like, I think one of the, like the temperature gauges or something. You click something over and it just pops up, shows the percentage of E85. That's not stock, by the way. That's all done through the computer with the tune and everything. They added that in there somehow. I have no clue, but anyway, that was the lowest I've ever seen, ever, but that honestly, it might be off a little bit. Not 100% how accurate that is. So that's why I bought the test kits, one for my car to leave, just in case, you never know. You could be somewhere in the middle of nowhere and they have E85, and I really don't like putting shitty E85. No one should really like putting shitty E85 in the car, but I just bought the test kit just to be safe. I probably should empty it out because gas has been sitting in it for a while. But that's the whole reason I got that, just to see. And I'm gonna drive to the gas station. I do actually have to put some E85 in the car right now. I threw extra 5 gallons in it when I got back from the other night. Car's actually running great. It's been running pretty good. My carbon fiber drive shaft came in. Should be putting that on maybe this week or next week. Might do a little install video of that at the shop. The shop has to change the oil with the car. I think on the oil I got like 2,500 miles-ish so far. It's not bad, but I do run the car a lot. I want to like make a few comments about the oil because I had a lot of people disagreeing with me with the 5W50. They're saying that's too thick of oil to run in this motor. Tolerances are way too tight. You should just stay with the factory Ford oil, 5W20. Guys, if you see both oils when they get poured out, 5W20 and 5W50, when they are hot at oil, like operating temperature, both pretty much like water. When you run a car so consistently hot and keep beating on it and beating on it and beating on it, that breaks down the oil, obviously. The more times the oil gets heat cycled, the more it breaks down. Plus condensation can get in the motor, through the gas, all that stuff. Like it just, obviously that breaks down the oil. So having a little bit of thicker oil, and mind you, Roush runs the same exact oil, 5W50. I can even show you at the shop they were telling me, because I was asking them, I was like asking some reasons why they run that oil, why they recommend that oil. Because I honestly hear so many people run 5W50. I was like, you know what? I'll run 5W50. Looked into it. A lot of places run it. A lot of people run it. A lot of fast cars run it. And I don't see it a problem because I don't daily drive this car. Granted, if you're daily driving your Mustang and you don't beat it like that, it's just a daily driver. That's what Ford thinks you're going to do with it. Ford doesn't know exactly. They know, okay, you're going to get on it from time to time. And it's like the cheapest oil they probably got, 5W20. And you guys know the Coyotes, the Gen 3s did have like an oil consumption problem back in early 18. Even the GT350s, they had that same problem. So he was like, you know, maybe the little thicker oil is better for the motor. I don't know, we're gonna see. I'm still gonna keep running it, but all I know is Roush, when they send a supercharger kit for their car, they have a sticker that goes on the oil cap to, like, just say you order a supercharger for your Mustang or F-150. When you order the kit, and if you take it to like the regular dealer, they have a sticker that replaces the 5W20 and puts 5W50. And obviously having a blower creates more heat in the motor, breaking down the oil way faster, and it's a boosted application. And I personally wouldn't think, you know, it's a boosted car. I wouldn't run as thick of oil, but that's what Ford runs. I mean, that's what Roush runs, a 5W50 in the Mustangs and in the trucks. So just want to throw that out there for all the people that were literally like throwing shade just for the oil. And I was like, you know, it's your car. You can run what you want, honestly, at the end of the day. It's your motor, not mine. But I'm going to make sure mine runs good, and 5W50 is staying in the car for a long time. To jump on the benefits of E85, first off, Cold start. Honestly, cold start on E85 sounds awesome. Idles down, idles up. Sounds pretty cool. Smells amazing. That's another benefit. You can hear it finally start idling back up. Takes a second, let it warm up for a bit, she'll be good. One of the first benefits that everyone knows E85 for is the power gains. So this car having headers, JLT intake, and pretty much an X-pipe, factory mufflers. I have to check my dyno video and check my dyno numbers, but I'm not gonna highball and say it picked up 40 horsepower because that's what I think it made difference on the 85. I'm gonna say 30 just to be safe. So I think it picked up, honestly, 30 on E85. I know I've definitely seen some cases of it making way more, but I don't wanna say a high number and then be like, oh, everyone's like, no. I have to go back and double check to be 100%. Let's jump in the car and show you guys the difference on the price on the 85. Gotta love the 10-speed, boys. We just pulled up at the gas station, and let me show you the difference between 93 and E85. It's 279, and super is 343. I've even seen 350, even almost $4 some gas stations. If I'm putting 93 pump gas, I probably wouldn't be putting it at a Rural Farms. Probably would be going to like a Shell or Sunoco. That's just me, and it's honestly way more. But Flex Fuel, this is the only gas station relatively close that has it near me, and we tested them all, and this one seems to be the best one. Only 16 bucks for pretty much a quarter of a tank, almost 6 gallons. Probably would have been right around 5 if the pump didn't start pouring gas out of it. I don't know why. Never had problem with this pump doing that. I usually literally turn the gas on, go inside, go get a snack or something. Thank God I didn't do that this time. We all keep hearing about the EPA and stuff, and they want to do the new greenhouse deal. And if the EPA actually looked into stuff that has like less carbon emission and stuff like that, that is actually better for the environment, they should check out E85, because I've been reading a lot of stuff on E85 just to make this video happen. And I feel like some of the stuff, if I read it to you guys and like try to explain it, I don't think it will make sense to you. It barely makes sense to me, to be honest. I'm just like, what the hell? Then I have to look up every single word to get the actual definition of it, just so it all makes sense. But E85 is good. E85 is homemade in the country and made in the United States. So I say go E85 over 93 every single day. Buy in-house, guys. The more you buy in-house in America, the lower the price will get. That's just a given fact. That's just like you making anything at your house. You make it, you build the supplies, you got everything in-house, the prices will be the lowest they ever be. You outsource something from any other country, the prices will be a lot more, trust me. So some other key benefits of E85 on like flex fuel cars, such like an S550, F150. I don't know if the Camaros are flex fuel, they might be, but any car that has flex fuel, so a higher oxygen content, evaporating cooling, higher octane, and lower exhaust gas temperatures. So just E85 in general just keeps everything cooler, which keeps the temps down, keeps the fuel pump temps down, keeps the fuel going into the lines cooler, just everything all around. Even like if you're building a boosted car, people with boosted cars know, like even when it comes to tuning, your car is less likely to knock or throw the knock sensor off if you have E85 in the car. And a lot of tuners would rather tune on E85 on like a high horsepower build car, just for the simple fact, you know, the car's not going to detonate or anything with some bad 93 pump gas. Big flex. The dude's got one piece of wood in the back of his truck. Dude's probably a millionaire. After one light, it's been a solid 5 minutes. We are at 14.4. Haven't gone over 60 miles an hour yet, just cruising as of now, but you'll see once I step on a little bit. Instantly plummets. But if you guys are daily driving your car and put on E85 and don't drive it like an animal, probably that's the best way to put it. If you drive it relatively normal, you might get good gas mileage. I mean, it always said 17.1, 17.5 on mine, but it's gonna take some time to get back. And once I put some more miles on and it recalibrates, it should jump up some more. So just got to a spot, just parked, and this was my fuel mileage for the trip. 21 miles. Mind you, I was messing around with the charger a little bit. 15.4 and 21.4 1.9 miles, like round trip, 45 minutes of driving, and it's still counting, I don't know why. But it wasn't the best. It usually stays around like 17 to 17 and a half, and sometimes in cases on the highway, it will be above 18. If I'm just cruising 10th gear, like 60, 65 miles an hour, gas mileage is perfect. Honestly, cannot complain about that. Check out this view though. Skyline view in my little town. Car looks pretty sick up here, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video talking about E85 and stuff like that. I really wanted to go more into detail of talking about like the very specifics, but I feel like that'll get super boring, so I just went over the basics: fuel mileage, horsepower. It's way cheaper all around. In the long run, on a full tank, you might lose maybe 40 to 50 miles, but honestly, guys, E85 is so much cleaner for the environment. Plus, the back of the car, it doesn't get all that like black soot all over it. Even like with the GTR, when we used to drive that car when it was full bolt-ons on pump gas, every time we would go, it would be rolling out black smoke. So when we switched to E85, there's none of that now. So, and plus with this car, I can even show you my exhaust tips. They stay clean 24/7. I barely have to touch them or spray cleaner or anything on them. They stay clean just because the E85 burns so much cleaner. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like, subscribe, do what you guys gotta do. Hope you guys make the switch to E85 just like I did. This car is gonna stay on E85 for a very long time, until we hit 100,000 subs and we have to do that little thing I was talking about. But just stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe. You guys do not want to miss when this car and me and Steve hit 100,000 subscribers, because no other YouTuber has done this in the world. You can put that down for a fact. Steve, has anyone else done what I told you my idea was?
Not to my knowledge.
Not one person on the planet. Never seen one person. Not one. It's gonna be sick. No one will expect it. It's extremely different. It's wild. I mean, we can admit that it's wild. Different, number one.
It'll be different over a long period of time.
That's the perfect way to put it. You guys will see vlogs that you have never seen before. I can promise you that. Make sure you hit subscribe. It is going to be epic. Drop a comment, drop a like. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.